Hey y'all, happy Saturday, September 20th. So, my second video on the COVID variants that are going around this summer of 2025. And in my first one, I talked about that weird cough that people get, that comes out of the blue. And I was out at the grocery store the other night, and the person that was helping me, the clerk, did that exact thing, and started to cough politely into his shoulder, apologized. Right, it came out of the blue, and I went, okay. Here we go. I'm going to go around again with this COVID variant. And sure enough, by the time my partner and I got home, I'm getting a little bit of a sore throat. And so annoying. And so anyway, I've had a chance to practice all of my little tricks to bring myself back into health and kick the variant out before it goes any further. And I thought, well, what the heck, I'll just share what made me feel better today. So I was feeling kind of, like I was going down a few hours ago, and then I did my usual practice and figured out what was being hijacked and sent myself Reiki and shifted all of that. Took some supplements, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like my body is, fighting the good fight, and I may win this round without having to miss out on many activities that I want to do coming in the future. So let me share that with you. I have stayed home today, but luckily it was a home day for me, so I didn't have to miss. But sometimes I will choose to stay home and do the work early on. I find that if I catch it early on when the throat is just starting, and I really work hard at it, then I can miss the whole bad symptoms. And so I would encourage you to consider that. And so I'm going to offer you here's the practice. Somebody coughs on you, you're like, oh no, you start getting snotty, start getting the sore throat. Here's what you do. So I'm going to be a good Reiki master, and I'm going to send you the Reiki bridge and kind of hold you in Reiki space right now. And if you want to receive that, you just receive that. Okay. And then I'm going to be I'm going to be sending Reiki to myself as though I'm you. Okay. So as I work on myself, and sometimes I'll bring my hand out here, but I'm going to invite you to start with your hands. Here, you can either have both hands over your heart chakra, or to have one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly tends to work. If you feel led, bring your hand up to the throat, or in front of the sinuses, or the ears, wherever you feel like there's like irritation happening and the virus might be there. Follow your intuition, bring your hands there. So let's start off. Your hands are going to be here. If you see my hands come towards you, you keep your hands here. That's just me sending to you. Okay. So you keep your hands on yourself, and at times I'll be sending directly to you. At times I'll be empathically sending to you. So the first thing, you want to drop your belly energy, lift your heart energy. I like to use the image of seeing myself as a tree, right? And I'm connected above, light coming down on my leaves, and I'm connected below, deeply rooted to the earth, pulling up nutrition from the earth. And then me as the spirit of the tree, I'm right in between the two, the above and the below. You could see yourself standing in the trunk of the tree, maybe with your face poking out, or you might go right to sitting beneath the tree with your back sort of halfway into the trunk, right? Whatever's comfortable for you to envision. The idea is to get grounded and lifted at the same time. So dropping the energy from the lower chakras, starting at the stomach, rooting down, and from the heart up, connecting up. Okay. And then the sense of the leaves and the roots around you, they kind of, where their edge is, that's the end of your auric field. And you should see like a blue line there, like a light bulb edge. That's your auric skin. So the beauty of the tree image is it kind of gives you that sense of this auric field around you. Okay, so let's start. Take a deep breath. Be tree. If you'd like, you can place yourself in a meadow, kind of a large meadow with a beautiful forest around you, maybe 30 to 50 yards off. And you are this big, beautiful tree. Okay. Sense the light coming in from above. Sense your roots deep in the earth. And then you right in the center, enjoying the beauty of the day. And you might add in the sounds of the meadow around you, bird song, the smells you might expect. Okay, and when you're calm like that, now you're in a good place to receive Reiki, which is just good energy. It's just a word for good energy, right? Good feeling. Okay. So take a moment. Let's make that Reiki really happen. I want you to think of 3 things that make you happy. I'm going to go with puppies, chocolate ice cream, and a walk on the beach. Okay. And I could even put those together. I'm walking on the beach. I'm with a puppy who's rollicking on the beach, and I've got a chocolate ice cream cone. Okay. Just thinking that makes me happy. Okay, so I can feel it in my heart, I can feel it in my belly, and it's like I'm sort of cuddling that in my hands. And your hands may get warm as you drop into the right space. Oftentimes the hands get very warm, right? So imagine that you're sending this good energy to yourself through your hands, cuddling it to you, letting it fill you up from the top of your head to the soles of your feet, top of your tree to the tips of your roots, and then filling in your aura between the trunk and the outer edges of the roots and branches. Okay? So I call this the Reiki Tree Meditation. All right. So again, I'm going to make the bridge to you. You keep your hands towards yourself. I'm going to send energy to you. Okay. And I'm simply going to invite your body, and you do this with me. I'm inviting your body, you're inviting your body to notice if you've got virus anywhere, right? And sometimes the body is so deceived, it's like, no. And you can feel really sick and you'll say, is there a virus? And the body's like, no. And so if you've been coughed on, if you've got that sore throat thing happening, the weird cough, and feeling a little down, say, body, check for virus. I think you might have been deceived. And you can imagine that good energy that you're sending yourself, just clearing away any deception fields, I would call them, right? That are created by the virus or the environment you're in, sometimes other people, right? You're just going to clear away deception fields. And you do that by feeling that good feeling. So think through your happy thoughts again. Puppies and chocolate ice cream and a walk on the beach. Hold that to you and let it beam out from you. And it's just going to clear away deception, negative influences, inside and out. Right? And you fill up your aura, but you also beam out past your aura. Think of it like a light bulb edge, right? And yeah, some of that glow comes out. You're contained, but some of that glow goes out and it affects the world around you. Right? And now you're kind of calling to you more things that feel good, like you're thinking of. Okay. So now with that good movement, think through your happy thoughts again. Okay. Send to yourself, fill up, and then tell your body to come into right relationship with the things that I'm going to describe here. So usually this virus hijacks a number of different nutrients and body functions like metabolism pathways. And it does that by going after enzymes and hormones and, all kinds of different things. So I'm going to kind of walk you through what in the early stages of the nimbus and stratus tend to hijack. And the first thing is we're going to look at this throat spot. So if you want to bring a hand up to that spot, you can do that. And I'm going to invite your body to notice if you're in right relationship with histamine, right? So the virus usually creates a big histamine reaction there, creates inflammation, and then the body can start replicating because that inflammation favors the virus actually. And so we want to look if you've got an appropriate histamine response happening. If you're a muscle tester or a pendulum dowser, you can test for your relationship. Say, show me my relationship towards histamine. And if it's weak, or if your pendulum does a block move, it means you're out of right relationship with histamine. It's been hijacked. The virus is using that histamine response against you, not for you. It's not for you anymore. So you can go, oh, I'm bringing myself back into right relationship with histamine throughout the body, but specifically here in this hijacked spot. Take a deep breath and let the body shift it. And if you want to retest, you can test again and see what's my relationship to histamine. It should test strong now. If it doesn't, do it again, right? I want to be in right relationship with histamine. Take the breath. Okay. So now let's go to antioxidants and bioflavonoids. That's another thing that I often see hijacked, specifically in the cough spot, but also throughout the body. So you can hands on the heart and the belly, throat, whatever feels right to you. And I'll send to you and invite your body to come into right relationship with all antioxidants and bioflavonoids, specifically in hijacked spots, specifically in the cough spot. Take a deep breath and release. And let's do it again, focusing this time on the sinuses, right? Because there's bioflavonoids and antioxidants in pollens. So sometimes what you go, oh gosh, my allergies are bad today. And it's really, you've been hijacked and that response, now you're reactive to pollens. But really it's the bioflavonoids and antioxidants in the pollens. So if that's happening, beam at your sinuses and say it again. I'm bringing myself into right relationship with antioxidants and bioflavonoids in all parts of my body, but specifically sinuses, nose, eyes, ears, throat, the first defender spots when we breathe something in, when something enters. Sometimes the teeth. You might have a flare up of an old tooth issue and like, why? I thought it was over that, and it'll be the virus trying to make use of an inflammation spot, right? These sinuses right up here, the little ones above the nose, those seem to be a favorite spot of these COVID variants. So. And sometimes the virus aligns itself, often it aligns itself with other pathogens. So if you've had a bit of a sinus infection here from either fungus or bacteria, the virus goes, great, inflammation, and I've got biofilm I can hide behind. And it kind of then breaks some things, and, breaking your relationship to bioflavonoids and antioxidants helps any other infections that you have to thrive as well. So you're thinking, oh gosh, that sinus infection I thought I kicked is back again. Well, yes, it is, but there's also a virus there. So remind your body, look for the virus. It's there, it's hiding, it's creating havoc, right? So coming into right relationship in all areas of your body, but specifically sinuses, throat, ears, eyes, and teeth with histamine, antioxidants, and bioflavonoids. Phew! Okay. That's nice. All right. So that's the beginning right there, that throat. We've got other things to work on as well, but I'm going to break these videos down into small pieces. So if you're also having some emotional meh happening, it's probably some hormonal hijacking. What else? If you're having some manic behaviors, even euphoria, this virus likes to mess with things like phenylalanine, and it'll give you like a high and then it drops you down into a low. So just be aware of those. I'll do videos on subsequent days for those things. Or you can right now use what you just learned, use this Reiki Tree method and bring yourself in right relationship with your own hormones, enzymes, nutrients. Okay, that's all for now.